Do you enjoy going to backgammon tournaments? If so, the 2025 Atlanta Classic is one you won't want to miss. And in this video, Jonathan Hardigree joins me to discuss it. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below and what you'd like to see in future videos, and I'll work on it. If you love backgammon, you can become a member of this channel, giving you exclusive access to the most popular videos. My book, Backgammon Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. Again, in this video, it's my great pleasure to be conducting an interview with Jonathan Hardigree to discuss the 2025 Atlanta Classic. Welcome, Jonathan.
Hey Alex, thanks for having me on.
My pleasure. How are you doing today?
Doing well, doing well. It's a beautiful late fall day in Georgia. It's like 70 outside, so it's kind of nice today.
Very good, very good. I'm excited to discuss the Atlanta Classic. I'd like to start, if I may, with a little background biographical information for the viewers. Please tell us where you were born and raised.
So I was born and raised in Winder, Georgia, which is pretty much where I still live now. It's about an hour and a half with traffic to Atlanta, so I'm quasi local, but it's a bit of a haul to get up there.
So you live not too far from there.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah. And what kind of work do you do now?
I do cell phone and computer repair, electronics repair. Yeah, and in fact, frequently when I'm at tournaments, I'll let people know, hey, if you got something broken, reach out. I'll bring parts and tools and stuff and fix it for you. So, say anybody coming to the tournament, I guess if you got some broken stuff or need batteries or something, you can reach out. I'll be busy working a lot, but I'll try and squeeze in some repairs if I can. So.
I feel like I see a lot of people using their cameras to like record their matches and they have batteries and things like that. Are you able to help at all with that?
Excuse me. Yeah, so actually, I've had a couple of folks come to me and bring me some cameras. Roberto, for one, which I actually still need to order another part because I lost the part that I got for him. But I need to order another part, get his fixed, and then another player brought him. The charging ports on them get damaged frequently, but they can kind of be replaced. So.
Very good, very good. Okay, so how did you get into backgammon yourself?
So I first kind of discovered the game. There was this article that I just kind of randomly stumbled on called Chaos of the Dice, and it was about like falafel and MCG and stuff basically, and kind of the community and whatnot. And I read it, and it's like this seems like an interesting group of folks that would be fun to play games with and hang out with and stuff. So I like downloaded some really poor quality app onto my phone and started playing against that. And then yeah, after I moved back to Atlanta in 2018, 2019, something like that, I started going up to the Atlanta club and playing with them, and then went to my first ABT event a few months after that, basically. So
Where was the first ABT event you attended?
it was the Atlanta
It
tournament.
was
Yeah.
in Atlanta. Okay.
I showed up and I played with them like maybe 2 or 3 months before we had our first tournament. And then I showed up and played the intermediate here, and actually I bubbled it. I came this close to cashing on my first try, but yeah, and then I've been kind of hooked ever since. Right after that was COVID, and then everything
Right.
moved online.
Right.
And I actually did pretty okay with some of the online stuff. And so yeah, when it came back to live play, I was hooked in. So.
Yeah, I don't think I told you, but I was at the Atlanta tournament one time. It must have been approximately 20 years ago. I was in school in Nashville, and then I would play in the Nashville club, and some of the guys were going to go to Atlanta for the weekend. So I went there for one weekend. I don't even remember what year it was. It
Yeah,
must have been 2002, 2003, something like that. Uh, but I remember I had fun. I don't remember the details. It was a long time ago, but it was a lot of fun.
yeah, yeah. That may have been like when Petco won the intermediate or something. Like I was good looking through old results of the Atlanta tournament one time, and like, yeah, I don't know, 20 some odd, maybe more than that years ago. And it's funny, like looking and seeing the intermediate, and then there's Petco, who's now, one of the greatest players in the world. And like, oh, he was an intermediate like a lot of us once upon a time. So
Yeah, he told me that story one time. So now, when did you start getting involved in organizing or running this tournament? This is the first time you're officially the organizer, but when you started before, right?
Yeah, yeah, this is my first time organizing, but I've actually been pretty involved in the backgammon community, I guess, for the past few years. Like I said, when everything went online for COVID, that was actually really kind of great for me in a lot of ways because I can't travel. It's expensive going to tournaments. I can't travel to a bunch of tournaments to play. And, the Atlanta Club, again, it's like an hour and a half away, so I don't drive up there as often as I would like. So when tournaments moved online, I played a ton and I did pretty well a couple of times. And then when things started coming back live, Ben Friesen ran all the ABT online stuff or did a lot of the ABT online stuff. And pretty much I kind of started I partly was like, hey, I've really benefited from the online stuff. I know we're going back live, but I'd kind of like to see, some online play continue too. And if you want help or whatever, I'd be happy to help, just because, it's something I've benefited from and enjoyed or whatever, and would like to see keep going. So yeah, I started kind of helping him with some of the online stuff. And then when um we came back to live play. He called me before the Cherry Blossom, which he directs, and was like, "Hey, you want to come work a real tournament, a live tournament?" So I went and worked with him. I guess that was 2022, and yeah, I worked with him there in Florida, and I've worked with Rory in Chicago, and the Millers in Cleveland, and yeah, I've worked a bunch of tournaments over the past few years now.
That's great. So you've had a lot of experience.
Yeah, yeah, I've gained a lot of experience pretty quickly. I pack them all in like one after the. I think last year I ended up working four consecutive tournaments because I helped Joe or I helped Jeff with Atlanta, and then worked Cleveland, and then I worked DC, and then I worked Chicago. So yeah, it was like four in a
Wow.
row.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
It is. It is. It's great. It's a good community. It's fun to be around. I love the people. Love the game, and so and working the tournaments kind of gives me a chance to be around the game and the community. More than I would be if I was having to show up and actually pay out of my own pocket. So.
Is that what you would enjoy, what you would say you enjoy the most about going to attending tournaments and participating in the tournaments and directing it and organizing all that stuff?
Oh
The
yeah, yeah, for sure. Like I've definitely made like a lot of really good friends in this game in just the past few years, and yeah, I enjoy the community a lot and being around it, and yeah, I'm just it's a perfect game that I'm just kind of hooked on to. So yeah, it's very simpatico for me, I guess.
Very good, very good. So I'm excited to talk about the tournament. Let me pull up the website here so we can show the viewers here. Are you able to see that now?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the 2025 Atlanta Classic. It's going to be at the Sonesta Atlantic Airport North, obviously nearby the airport in Atlanta. And this is the Atlanta skyline, right?
Yep, that is the beautiful Atlanta skyline at night with still plenty of traffic, as you can see.
Yeah. What freeway is that? Do you know?
That's probably going to be. Let's see. I'm actually not entirely sure. I want to say that's 85, kind of looking
85.
back into town, but I'm not 100% on that actually.
Okay.
I
And
can't
okay,
can't
so
claim the picture credit if I'm honest, but
right, right. So the dates are going to be the end of February through March, February 27th through March 2025. I'll scroll down here and I'll let you guide us through the
oh,
website. Here you
yep.
go.
All right. So yeah, a little bit of a breakdown of just kind of some of the stuff we're going to have. There's going to be a Players Cup, BMAB, and we're going to warm up and after tourney, a bunch of side events and jackpots and such. The novice workshop that Julius High and Tom Jane have been doing for the past several years, or past couple of years now, I guess, which has been pretty popular. So.
That's fantastic. So let's talk a little bit about some of these events and activities for people that are not familiar with it. Please tell us about the Players Cup BMAV. What is that and how is that different from the regular tournament?
Yeah, so the BMAB, so it was originally the BMAB. Roberto's and them have added a new wrinkle where there's kind of a annual points race attached to it now. So it's the Players Cup. But those are really great tournaments. For us, it'll be basically the very first thing on, I think, Thursday morning. Every match is recorded. Every player plays 5 matches. It's basically kind of a modified round robin, I guess, with kind of a Swiss ending. Um, and so, yeah, no matter what your record is, you get to play 5 matches. So it's a good kind of bang for your buck. And then every match gets recorded, transcribed, run through XG. You get like the full breakdown of all your stats for the each match, and you get kind of your PR at the end, find out like exactly where you stand, over the board and like real live play and stuff. So they're a lot of fun. I always try and play in them whenever I can if I'm not helping Roberto run it like I did in Miami a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, they're really really great. Definitely recommend people show up and play those. Like you get a lot of knowledge out of it and kind of like learn, what you're good at, where things you need to improve on, and it's just a lot of fun too. So
Right. So for those that are not familiar with it, it stands for Backgammon Masters Awarding Body. So you can get master titles and they give you like a certificate. This past weekend, we had the tournament in Los Angeles and they had the BMAB on the Wednesday. And I was helping. I was just around and Jeb Horton was running the BMAB tournament and someone like left or something, so he asked me to play. So I played one match. It was fun, and then they send you the
I've
match file.
I've
Um,
done that before too. Yeah, just kind of fill in because yeah, you end up with an odd number or something, and it needs to be even to make it all work smooth. So
yeah. So do you know
yep,
who's gonna run the BMAB? Is it gonna be Ben or
it'll be
Jeb?
Roberto.
Roberto Litzenberger. Okay,
Yep,
he's
yep.
fantastic.
Yep. Oh yeah,
Um,
Roberto's great. He's one of my best friends in this game. So yeah, happy to have
yeah,
him helping
he
me
was
out.
he was there over the weekend. I got to saw him. We actually streamed one of his matches. I
Nice.
think it was against Jonah Seawald.
Oh,
Uh,
that's a good match.
Yeah, that was a good one. So also for those not familiar, tell us about this Backgammon is for Everyone novice workshop because I think that's an outstanding opportunity for the viewers.
Yeah, yeah, those are really great. Julius High, who's one of my friends, he used to be one of our locals here in Atlanta, although he's recently moved down to the South Florida area because the backgammon scene down there is just so great. But yeah, super well known in the backgammon community. Everybody knows Julius, and then Tom Jane, really nice guy as well. They've been running this for a couple of years now. It's this whole kind of all inclusive, like, yeah, novice workshop. I mean, they take you from knowing pretty much nothing about the game. They teach you the terminology and the lingo, and they teach you, how to move the checkers, the rules, start teaching you some about the cube. And then that is, if I understand correctly, it's kind of a mix of like there's kind of some lessons and lectures plus like a variety of tournaments as well kind of mixed in so that you get to you learn some and then you play some and everybody has a really good time. They've been really popular, so we're excited to have that again for the second year.
Great, great. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so these are the staff.
Yeah, I need to get some more pictures up. Obviously, website's work in progress at times. I got to get a good picture of Ed. uh and then also I probably need to add on Dmitry Obakov, who's going to be
Okay,
my streamer, and then also
okay.
probably Chloe Lacasse, my girlfriend, who will also be helping us out on the weekends some. So,
And this is the
or this
daytime
is
view.
actually, I believe, the same image, but in the daytime right there.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
the
right.
exact same shot.
So at the bottom, there's a link where you can
Yeah, it's still a little
register.
work to do on the site, I guess. I got to
Well,
figure.
that's fine, but there's the contact information here.
Yeah, yeah, you can call or email. If you call, leave a voicemail in case I don't answer or whatever, because I do get a lot of just spam calls these days and whatnot. So,
I know, I know. Okay, so then we'll go to the schedule. So let's take a look here. Uh, we'll start on Thursday.
so yep, first thing in the morning, like I said, BMAB kind of kicks it all off. So, come in early. And honestly, I would encourage folks to come in, Wednesday because the local club, the Atlanta club, they play Wednesday evenings at the Hudson Grill up in Sandy Springs. We have a really good local club. So if you come in a day early, you get to come hang out, play, get a little warm up in with the locals. We always have a good turnout and have a good time. And we usually have, several players from out of town. Dennis Culpepper will always show up early and come play. And I think Ray and some other folks were here last year too. So come Wednesday, play the local club. Then you'll
So
be ready on Thursday morning to come play BMAB.
yeah, how far is the venue for the local club from the hotel?
Oh, it's literally on the opposite side of the town, on the opposite side of the city. So the Atlanta club plays in Sandy Springs, which is kind of on the northern part of town, and the airport's on the south side of town. So you'll want to take the perimeter and kind of go around and dodge the city as much as you can. But
Okay. So then there's the BMAB and the Super Jackpot.
yeah, yeah, and hopefully folks will reach out and let me know. I'm hoping we'll have enough folks for Super Jackpot. But yeah, if we're able to have Super Jackpot, that'll start on Thursday as well. And pretty much run that all the way up until it's time for the warm-ups, and then just kind of all the side events with the continuous entries with your juniors and your seniors and speed gammon and all that
Gotcha.
good stuff basically.
So that's on Friday. There's some side events as well.
Yep.
So it's a Masters jackpot, limited jackpot, very good. And then
Yep, we'll have the
Saturday's
jackpots on Friday,
okay, the Friday here.
and doubles also will start Friday in the evening.
Doubles, okay. And then Saturday and Sunday is the ABT events.
Yep, all the mains get underway. Yep.
And the format is a single elimination with consolation.
Yeah, it's a single elimination with consolation and then last chance, all of which are progressive. So,
Okay.
yeah, so there's basically kind of three separate winners overall from each tournament.
Okay, so then we'll go to the event info. So this is what we were talking about. So the ABT, there's a Division
Yep.
1 and Division 2.
hmm Yep. $300 entry, $150 side pool. Pretty standard, I think, for a lot of the ABT mains. And yeah, 11 point, 9 point, and then 7 in the console. It was actually 5 in the console last year, but I figured we probably could afford to extend it to 7. I hope I'm not shooting myself in the foot schedule wise by doing that. But, I always kind of feel a little gypped, I guess, when you get down and it's just like 5 point matches and it's just such a crapshoot or whatever, at that point. So I was like, yeah, let's try and let them play a little bit more if we can. I think there's time for it. So hopefully I'm right.
I'm used to 5 point matches because that's what we mostly play at the local tournaments.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Atlanta, if you come to the Atlanta club, I think it's all 7. It's 7 in the main, and then it'll be 5 if you go to the conso. But
Yeah. Okay, so let's look at the side events here. There's the warm up.
yeah, we have the warm up is Thursday evening. It's going to be the like guaranteed 2 matches format, which is kind of actually something that I think Jeff Proctor that used to run the Atlanta club and also this tournament here. Seems like, as far as I know, he was kind of the first person to kind of be doing this, but essentially the bracket kind of just splits into 2 brackets after the first round. If you win, you're in a single elimination main playing for 7 point matches, and if you lose, you're in a consolation playing for 5 point matches, and they just kind of split into 2 separate brackets after that first round. So you're guaranteed to play 2 matches no matter what. If you win your first, obviously you move on, and then if you lose your second, you're just kind of done. And if you lose your first, you go to the console, you still get one more match, and then you're out if you lose that next one. So
Yeah.
gives everybody a chance to at least play 2, because it's always kind of a bummer to show up for like a warm up tournament, and you lose one match, and oh, all right,
Right.
off we go.
Okay, so then there's the Masters jackpot and limited jackpot.
Yep. The jackpot's all, again, pretty standard, more or less same as we had last year here, 500 entry, and then rather than doing it kind of with like the 500 and the 90% return, I kind of thought I'd experiment a little bit and did this kind of different registration fee, mostly just so that more money kind of ends up going into the prize pool or whatever, without really changing the numbers any. So, and there's
I see. Okay. So these are the the jackpots, Masters, Limited, Super
Mm,
Jackpot, and we
yep,
mentioned the Players Cup,
yep,
BMAB. And
exactly.
then there's gonna be the doubles, see, Speed Gammon, Seniors, Juniors, DMP, and then after tournament.
Yep. Trying to think.
So when are these tournaments are gonna be on Thursday, or are they gonna be on Sunday, or what?
So all these other things, so doubles will start what was that, Friday night. Most of the other things, like the below that, speed gammon, junior seniors, DNPs, there'll also be, 8-player jackpots and possibly a board tournament. Those will be the kind of continuous entry things. So registration for those will open Thursday evening around the same time as the warm-up tournament's happening, but when we have enough people that we can do a random draw of 4 or 8 or whatever, we'll draw them and get those started. And then you can kind of come up and register for those throughout the week. Once the main event starts, you got to kind of prioritize those matches. The side events kind of go onto the back burner at that point. But yeah, they just kind of, you can jump in, you can rebuy, pretty much if you're free to play, come get in.
All right, very good,
I
very
got
good.
something for you to play at all times.
So there's that, and then there's the rules, which is basically general rules, and people can read the details. I'm gonna put a link in the description to this.
Yeah, yeah, all pretty standard. We're dice on checkers and legal moves. Those are kind of the two most important takeaways from that from that page. Dice on checkers are legal. I'm a big fan of that rule, honestly. It definitely speeds things up, streamlines the game a little bit. So
I agree. I also like using a baffle box that also speeds things up.
yeah, I like baffle boxes. Mine is currently broken and I need to replace it, but yeah, in general, baffle boxes are also good.
Yeah, you need to learn to fix the baffle boxes along with the phones and stuff.
Yeah, I guess some glue or whatever would probably do it, but
Yeah, you've got to find the right one. Okay, and then for the hotel, I'll click on this.
yeah, it's probably going to go to external site
Yeah.
with the
Are you able to
actual.
see this now?
Yeah, yeah.
So this just takes you to the hotel website. And let me go back here. Okay, here.
Hmm.
And
And then register is also going to take you to an external site to the Jot forum with the whole
yeah.
registration deal right there.
So if you click register, it'll take you to this and it'll
Mhm.
put you here, and then you can click on whichever ones you like. And
Yep,
then
tried to make it super
go to the
simple.
side pool, and there's a PR side pool for the Players Cup. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Players Cup. There's two different side. Actually, it looks like there's three different side pools on there, and two of them are for just your win loss record, just totally standard. Whoever has the best, you go 5-0, you're probably going to win that. And then though there's the one for the PR is just $50 or whatever, which usually sees fewer people enter because there's at any given BMAB, there's probably only a handful of folks there that are really in contention for that one. But sometimes you don't know though. Sometimes it can be a wide open field if you don't have, Marty and Neil showing up or whatever. Yeah, anybody could have a chance. So
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's super jackpot doubles, and then there's the registration fee. Is there like there must be like some sort of USBGF fee as well, right?
yeah,
Or
yeah, the USBG, the ABT fee is included. Actually, I think it's
and
listed with the
what are these?
ABT main event fee. Yeah, because that's what
Okay.
that covers basically. So I just kind of tacked it on to that. So,
Okay.
and then you also get $10 off of the registration fee if you stay at the hotel, because obviously I got to get my room nights and whatnot, to keep the
Right,
hotel
right.
happy. So I want to encourage people to come join us at the hotel. Plus, if you're staying at the hotel, it's easy to get to the playing room. You got all night shoeettes if you're into that kind of thing. The whole
Oh,
game
do you? So that's good.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You always can find some shoeette action at the tournament. So
So
I'll
that's
say the
great.
Atlanta folks love to shoeette. So for
Do
sure.
they?
Oh yeah, yeah. We have some good shoeettes here in Atlanta. So definitely encourage folks to come and join in on those.
What are the most common stakes they play?
Mostly fives and there's some tens as well. But as far as like just showing up, you're not trying to cut anybody's throat or anything. But we're gonna have fun and just have a few bucks there though.
So that's great. Looks like we went through all the information on the website. It's really great. I'm excited about this event.
I am too. I hope I know you're a busy guy. Probably won't be able to make it, but I haven't actually met you in person, so maybe you can come out and come play.
Yeah, unfortunately for me, it's challenging to travel because of work and family obligations, but I've created this YouTube channel and it's given me the opportunity to meet so many people around the country like yourself and around the world like others. And it's been such a pleasure to interact with them directly and indirectly. And when I was doing the streaming at the Los Angeles tournament, there were like so many people that said, "Hey, I know you, I watch your videos and things like that." So it's a lot of fun. Hopefully I could do that one day. What else was there? Any other information that you wanted to mention about the tournament that we didn't talk about on the website?
I'm trying to think as far as the tournament goes. I feel like we really kind of hit all of the main things. We got all the info out there. Tournament wise, I reckon. There's always, Atlanta itself, really cool city with a lot of cool fun things to do as well. So there's more than just the tournament there. If you get knocked out early, happens. There's plenty of stuff to do in the city, or if you bring the fam or whatever. So
Good, so they could go sightseeing or shopping or do whatever
yeah,
they.
oh yeah, whatever you're into. There's the Georgia Aquarium's like one of the premier aquariums in the U.S. The Atlanta Zoo. If you're into sports, we got the College Football Hall of Fame. um, all sorts of museums and art galleries and stuff. There's the Civil Rights Museum and the MLK Museum and some really pretty parks. Piedmont Park is beautiful, an Centennial Olympic Park. If you're a Coke addict, the drink, not the powder, the world of Coke. Coca-Cola is, of course, headquartered in Atlanta, so the world of Coke is a fun one to go to as well. So yeah, there's all sorts of cool stuff to do.
Great, that sounds fantastic. Do you have any final comments before we conclude the video?
Really just I hope that as many of y'all will come and show up as you can. It's my first time, so I need y'all to be there because I'm not gonna lie, it's a little stressful organizing these things and whatnot, not knowing how many people you're gonna get. And so yeah, I'd love to see everybody. One of the things that I have kind of taken some pride in my short time as a tournament director, the streak I know won't last forever, but so far, every tournament I've ever directed has started on time. Pride myself in a level of punctuality. So, if you come to one of my tournaments, you can expect me to do my level best to keep things moving, keep things on schedule as best I can. To try and run a tight ship. But yeah, I hope to see as many of y'all there as possible.
That's great. Looking forward to it. Excited about the event. Again, the 2025 Atlanta Classic at the Sonesta Atlanta Airport North, February 27th through March 2nd, 2025. We'll go ahead and conclude the video. Thank you again to my good friend Jonathan Hardigree, and thank you to the viewers for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos, and I'll work on it. And if you love Backgammon, you can become a member of this channel, giving you exclusive access to the most popular videos. Again, my book, Backgammon, Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. I look forward to seeing you in future videos, and until then, keep rolling your dice.